today we are going to start with application of trigonometry. We have already the basic ideas of trigonometric ratios, but still we'll just have a quick recap of that, and then we'll go for the main concept on application of trigonometry. Right. So just we'll have a small recap of trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios, right? So there were six trigonometric ratios. So trigonometric ratios. There were six ratios. What we had? It was sine theta. Then we had cos theta. We had tan theta. And reciprocal of sine, I am writing it as 1 dash, that is cosec theta. Number 2 dash, reciprocal of sec cos theta is sec theta. Number 3 dash, reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. So we have these total 6 ratios, and each of the ratios were defined with the help of the sides of a right triangle. This is P by H, that is perpendicular by hypotenuse. This is P by H. This is P by B. This is H by P. This is H by B. And this is B by B. So these are the basic things which we have to know just before we start with application of trigonometry. So these three and these three. Total there are total 6 ratios, and these 6 ratios are enough for us to start with application of trigonometry. But of course we have to get a table of the values. That also I'll write. That also I'll be writing. So this I think already you have noted, so I'll not ask you to note it down again. Right? I'll not ask you to note it down again. So here in this place only I'll write a table, so that you can easily compare all the things together. So table means we are talking about the values, right? So what we'll do is something like that. Just let me draw 2 lines in order to make it little systematic. So here I'm going to write the ratios: sine theta, cos theta, and then tan theta. And then starting the reciprocal of this, tan theta reciprocal is cot theta, cos theta reciprocal is sec theta, and then sine theta reciprocal is cosec theta. We have written it in this particular way because we wanted to have a memory aid, so that we will not forget these ratios. So the angles are also kept in this particular order only. So we have got this in this order. And now we'll be giving the input. We'll be giving the input of these ratios, right? So at the very beginning, just try to see. Okay, just a minute. Let me make the table in a better way, because otherwise I might write some values here and there, and it will not be good for us, right? So we are getting a table done here. So I insist you to go on preparing this table in your copy also, so that if you forgot by chance, you can refresh it once. So you have done with the table. So once we have done with the table, first you give the input of the value of sine. So sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is half, sine 45 is 1 by root 2, and sine 30 is root 3 by 2, sine 90 is 1. Now see, I am going to provide you the memory aid here of the first line also. Right? What exactly you have to remember and how you will work out, just see. You write down all the 5 whole numbers from the beginning. Then each of these numbers you divide by 4. Right? This all can be done orally, right? So it will be better if you just note down and then just try to remember that these calculations you have to do orally in order to note it or find the values. So we have done this, and then in the result you have to take the square root. So whatever values are coming, they all are going to form the first line. Check it. This is going to give you 0. So square root of 0 is 0. So sign 0 is here. Then this is 1 by 4. Square root will be 1 by 2. It is here. That is for 30 degree. This will be 1 by 2. If you cancel, then square root of 1 by 2 is 1 by root 2. Right? I missed one. Actually, I did not miss one number. I wrote another number here. Sorry. 3 I missed, and then I wrote 5. This you write 4. Okay. Sorry. So now, once you write it like this, so this 3 by 4 square root will be root 3 by 2, and 4 by 4 is 1. So that's fine. So now this is the way how we remember the first line, right? First line we have to remember like this. This is for the 0 degree. This is for the 30 degree. This is for 45. This is for 60. And this is for 90. This is the way. That is the first rule you have to remember. Okay. So after that, what happens? I give a symbol like this. This means the row here will be written in the reverse direction. So there's a memory aid actually. Once you write the table, you can get it. So here it is 1, then root 3 by 2, 1 by 2, half and 0. You are done with this. Now you next see there is already a relation we have. I'm writing it here. Giving a star because this is to be remembered. So what relation we have is that tan theta is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta. This is one of the very important results. So this is going to be used here. You see how beautifully we have placed it. Sine, if you consider this as divisor sign, then cos theta. So this thing divided by this thing, result will be here. That is the result of it. That's the idea we use. So we do not mess up with the order. So 0 divided by 1 gives you 0. Half divided by uh, root 3 by 2, you can work it out. It will give you 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2 is 1. This will be root 3. 1 by 0 undefined. We give a symbol like this. Actually, this is infinity. We To make it more correct, we should not write the infinity symbol here. Right? Be very very clear. We should not write this infinity symbol here. Instead of that, we should write here undefined. That is a better word. Right? Undefined and infinity are different things. It is okay that we have created a tradition that whenever it is undefined, we write infinity. Anyway, then again you will be getting this line. What does that line mean? Again, you can understand. We have to write this in the reverse order. So great. So in that way, you can generate the table. And now the last one, sec theta. Sec is the reverse of whom? Reverse in the sense reciprocal of cos. So once you take the reciprocal of the corresponding value of cos, you will be getting the values of sec. So what is the reciprocal of 1? 1 by 1, that is 1. Reciprocal of root 3 by 2 will be 2 by root 3. Reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is this much. And then this will be undefined again. Right? Again, I'm saying you should write undefined. And then again you do this. Right? So you'll be getting here. This way, you are going to create the whole table. So once you create the table, this is one of the most important part which you have to remember. Right? This is the most important part which you have to remember. Now, once you finish with everything, and if you do not have any question to ask, very definitely you will indicate me. I'll pass it forward to the next word, and I'll start with application of trigonometry with its concepts. You can raise the hand also. There is a hand you can see in the bar for reaction. So I'll understand that you have finished it once you finish this. That's it. Okay. So I'll go for the next now. I'll go for the next now. Now we are going to start with the main part, that is application of trigonometry. So in this application of trigonometry, we have two very important concepts. Only two very important concepts are there, right? What are the concepts? I'm writing it. The first one is angle of elevation, right? And the second one, here only I'll write, it is angle of depression. So I'm writing it together because if I compare this here, then it will be easy for us to understand the whole concepts. So that's the reason that I did both the things together side by side. Right. So this is what we need to start with. Now let us just see what is angle of elevation. First, let us try to see what is angle of elevation, right? So now just try to observe one thing very, very clearly. Elevation. Elevations means something upward, right? Something upward or to see upward, to see upward, right? So I'll give this as a keyword. These are the keywords, right? This is going to help you to remember the concept. Keyword. So now what to see, right? What to see, this you have to know. Okay. So this is, I'm going to draw with the help of a figure so that you can understand it very better way. Suppose that there is a object. It is an object, right? And it is an object at a higher level than your eyesight. So here we have drawn one line. I'll be telling you what is the name of the line. And suppose you are having your eye here, eye of the observer. This is the eye of the observer. Say I denoted by E, and object suppose I denote by O. So E is the eye of the observer, and then O is the object. What I did, I have drawn a horizontal line. Please make sure this is the basic concept. This horizontal line is the line which is an imaginary line passing through the eye of the observer. This is the must. This is the must. You have to draw it. So once you draw this, right? Once you draw this horizontal line, next what exactly you have to do? You join your eye with, sorry, you join your eye with the object again with the imaginary line, right? The other line is also imaginary. Remember it. This another line is also imaginary. This is also imaginary. This line is also imaginary. This line is also imaginary. But remember, through the eye, this line must be horizontal, and this line is simply joining the eye with the object, whatever you are looking up. Remember it. This time we are talking about the objects which we are looking, right? We are looking up. Those objects we are marking, right? In that case, in that case, first of all, we have two lines got. One is this line, right? This line is known as, this line is known as line of sight, line of sight. And this horizontal line is simply, you can say, horizontal line only. Horizontal line. Remember it. In this very case, when you see the object upward, when you see the object upward, you can see you got an angle produced here, right? This is the angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. And remember, angle of elevation is generated when you look up. When you look up, right? So I have given this as a keyword. Look up is the keyword for angle of elevation. Now, simply the reverse can also happen, right? The reverse can also happen, right? Simply the reverse can also happen. That means, suppose that you are at a higher level, or you can say your eye is at a higher level, right? Suppose your eye is at this point, and there is an object below your level. This is the object, right? I'll be taking examples. This be suppose O, and your eye is here. It is eye of the observer. Then what I can do, this time also will be joining, right? This time also will be joining this eye of the observer with the objects. But what is the difference this time? The angle this time you got is coming down. So it is known as angle of depression. And what is the key word we use for depression? Look down. Look down. Lockdown nahi hai, look down. Right? See down. Down. So this is the angle. And the name of these lines are still same, whatever we have used. This is horizontal line here. These two names are not changed. This is horizontal line, and this is line of sight. So here we get two definitions, right? Two definitions. The definitions are very important. Number one, line of sight. What is a line of sight? The imaginary line joining the object to the observer is called line of sight. Line of sight. Right? It is joining. So the imaginary line joining the object to the observer's eye actually, to the observer's eye is called the line of sight. And what is a horizontal line? A line through the eye of the observer parallel to the horizon. That's all. Right. So these are the two important concepts. What you have to always remember. One is the angle of elevation, and another is the angle of depression. These two you have to always remember in order to tackle the problems related to height and distance. Also we call it this angle of elevations, angle of depressions. They are related to that. Now I'll be discussing two, three situations, then I'll be taking up problems. So once and when you will finish it, you just show me the reaction. There is a reaction, you will see, instead of chat box, you can use that reaction quickly. There is a hand raising option. If you raise the hand, it will be more better instead of chatting. Or if you go for chatting, do not write long comments. Just write yes or no. It will do. Okay. No need to say here, yes sir, right? Do not waste your time. सामने वाला बात अलग. Okay, I'll go to the next board. And now just I am trying to see in the situations, right? First पहले situations देख लेते हैं कि किस टाइप का situations में हमें एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन मिल सकता है, किस टाइप का situations हमें मिलेगा. Let us just try to see that. ठीक है, तो पहले उसको देख लेते हैं, उसके बाद हम लोग इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे. Then it will be easy for us to understand. Suppose there is a building. This is a building. A simple thing we have to draw. There is a building, right? And this building is situated obviously in a horizontal line. Horizon में ही situated. You need not bother about it. Okay. Supposing that somehow, remember it. Here you have to understand. When we say that observer's eye, it may be in the floor. So in this particular horizontal line, suppose one person is trying to see the top of the building. This is the top, right? Suppose there is a bird. There is a bird at the top. There is a bird, right? That bird, this person wants to see. There is a person here from this particular level in the horizontal. This bird wants to see this, right? So in that case, immediately the line of sight will be created. The line of sight is here. This is the line of sight, right? So what will be the question exactly now, right? Whatever question can be created. So in exam, it may be told that the building is say 30-meter high, and the person is looking at the bird at 45-degree angle. Angle of elevation of the bird as viewed from this particular point A. So my question will be now to find what is the distance at which this particular observer is there. So I can write this as length. Now this is the problem of angular elevation because you're looking up, right? So it's a simple fact. Just try to understand that. You have to apply the trigonometry here. So here I am in need of this, and I know this height. This angle is not. So always you look for the angles at the beginning. So if you look for this angle here, with respect to this angle, what is that opposite side? Opposite side is known as perpendicular. And the side you need is the adjacent side. This is known as the base. So you are going to get relation between base and the perpendicular. So now suitable ratio will be what? What will be the suitable ratio? 10. 10 of 45 degree if you consider, then it will be, if I now name it, suppose this is BC. So it will be what? Height of the building divided by the distance AC. So now 1045 is 1. Height of the building is 30. This is AC. So your value of AC will be 30. Meaning is that the distance at which the person was standing is 30 meters from the foot of the building. Normally, we consider this angle as 90 degrees. Remember it. If it is not told that the building is inclined at this angle or that angle, please note it down. I'm sure that it will not be very difficult to understand. Please note it down. 5 to 10 seconds I'm giving you. Okay, this can be one question. I'm just first discussing the types. Actually, discussing the types only will make it very, very comfortable for you. Type number 2, what we can have. I'll first take all the problems related to angle of elevation. So you try to understand all the types. Now, in the other type, there is a horizontal line. Right? This is the horizontal line. Fine, horizontal line we have drawn. Then suppose there is a building. There is a building here. This is the building. And on the top of the building, suppose there is a flagstaff. There's a flag here, right? So this is the flag. Now, what they will give you? What they will give you? What they will give means what will be the question. So for that, what we can do, we can again say that there is a person who is looking at the top of the building as well as top of the flag on the point A. So he is looking at the top here of the building, and at the same time he is looking at the top of the flag staff. This is the top, right? And in the given question, what they will give you? They will give you certain information. They will say that the angle at which the person is looking at the top of the building, say this is B and this is C, and flexed up it is suppose D. So this is suppose 30 degree, and this is suppose 45 degree. This is suppose 45 degree. And now they are giving you one part. They are giving you the height of the building, suppose. They may be giving you the height of the flexed up also. Say height of the building. Height of the building is suppose 45 meters. Now they are asking you, the question they are asking is, what is the height of the flat stuff? Say this will h. So this is the question. Your question is, what is h? Please note the figure, and then we'll be converting this into answer. Please note it. 5 to 10 seconds. It will not be difficult to note the figure. You need not draw like a fat stroke for this building. I have the provisions here, so I can erect it easily here. Okay, so you have drawn it. Now you try to see what is my target. My target is this. So in any way, there is no link of these oblique distances, right? In distance का कोई भी usefulness नहीं है. So it means that you are going to use, in any case, both the times, you are going to use which part? You are going to use perpendicular and the base. मतलब your whole work will be related to 10, ratio 10. Okay, fine. So you just now choose triangles which are right triangles. This is one right triangle. So you can get two right triangles from here. One is ABC, another is ADC. So you choose any one. I want to choose ADC. Do you know why have I chosen? Because in this triangle there will be a angle 45 degree. And 45 degree का 10 निकालना बहुत आसान है. To find the 10 of 45 degree is very easy. So always, if you have 45 degree angle present here in height and distance problem, you can apply this first for your mechanics. So 1045 degree. In this 1045 degree will be giving you what? CD, that is the perpendicular. CD is the perpendicular divided by the base, that is CA. Now whatever possible values you can have, you can put it. It will be 45 plus H divided by CA. So now if you do the cross multiplication, that is not 45 degrees, sorry, it is 45 meter or whatever is there. So it is 45 plus H. Now you see you are in need in H. So H will be equal to what? CA minus CA minus 45. So what all that you now need to find is the value of CA. Once you get CA, you are done with the result, right? So now you come to the another part, the other part of the problem. Other part means you are left with one more triangle, right? In triangle ABC, here also you take now tan of 30 degree. Tan of 30 degree will be equal to what? This time I can directly write 45 by C. Right, so tan of 30 degree, if you use the table, it is 1 by root 3. So it is 45 by CA. So what is CA from here? It is 45 root 3. Right, CA is equal to 45 by root 3. Now this value of CA you put here. Then what will get? What will get? I'll not change the board now. In this only I am doing like a confuse. So what will be then HCA ka value? We replace it as 45 root 3. Then minus 45 is already there. So I can get this as 45 whole into root 3 plus 1 meter. So ultimately, what is the length of the flex stuff you got? It is 45 whole into root 3 minus 1 meter. That's it. Once you finish it, please let me know. This is the another type of problem. An issue. So these things you understood. Now next, we'll go for the next problem. So let's see what next situation can be. Right? All these, I'm just taking typical situations. Right? These situations will be only modified. So I have just written it like this. Okay? These are the examples so that I can consider these as type 1, say model. I call it model. This is suppose model 1. This is model 2. So what will be the equivalent questions of model 2 you see? I'm just going to tell you. Here I said that it is a flex stuff. So secondly, when you do the problem, it may be told as a statue, maybe. Or it may be said that this is also another like part of the building drawn here or separately constructed, right? So these are the model problems. So I am picking up the model problems now so that we can get ideas that whenever we get next this kind of problems, how to tackle it. Procedure will be same. Now the next model, say model tree. Model tree. What type of problems we get? Right? Angle of elevation only I am discussing. This is the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line, and I have building. Okay, building अभी बहुत dark बनाया, थोड़ा सा पतला बना लेते हैं, right? हमेशा एक ही टाइप का बिल्डिंग होने से कैसे होगा? Suppose this is the building. This is the building. Instead of building, they might say it that it's a tower, right? Every time I am considering building only, no problem. This is the building AB. And suppose there is a person whose eye is here at the point C, right? So there is a person who is coming from a village and he is observing, he is coming to the city, शहर में आ गया, बड़ा बिल्डिंग देखा ऐसा, तो यहाँ बैठ के बेचारे ने ऊपर देख रहा है इसको, और ठीक उसके बाद पैदल चल 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 के आके यहाँ रुक गया, फिर देख रहा है यहाँ, मतलब मुंडी ऊपर करके रखा है, he is raising his head level of vision. So actually he is obsessed with the situation. So here, from here to here, he is looking at the top. Also, say, "Bare bhai, itna bada building." So by looking at that only, he is coming forward, and he has arrived at a point. Okay, do not consider that D is the middle point of BC. Hmm, This is not necessary. So from here also, he is seeing. Obviously, it will be more steep up. So suppose ऐसा हुआ. And it is told that when he was looking from C, the angle of elevation was 30 degree. And when he comes over here, it becomes 60 degree, more stiff, right? Now, the question is something like this. The question is something like this, that if the person is knowing how much he has traversed from here to here, right? यहाँ से यहाँ तक वो कितना आ गया. Like this is known to us. Say he has come across about 30 meter, 30 meter चल के आ गए C से D तक. The angle of elevation has been changed from 30 degree to 60 degree. We can in fact do the reverse also, that the person was initially at D and then he retrieves back और वो चले गए, तो जब 30 डिग्री हुआ तब 30 मीटर जाने के बाद एंगल 30 डिग्री हुआ. Then we have to now find. My question is now, what is the height of the building that fellow was looking at? This is the another model. Now here you see this can be done in a very different way. Okay, we'll see that whenever it will come. I'll compare this with this model. So I have to find h. I have to find what is h. Okay, so this is what we have to find. Now again, I'm saying you that here also there is no utilization of. If you see this hypotenuse. More of the time hypotenuse will not be used. That means your exclusive ratio to be used is 10. So first of all, you choose any triangle now. 45 degree is not here, so I can choose any triangle. Say ABC I have chosen. In this triangle, 30 degree will be getting 10 30 degree will be equal to AB by BC. Now whatever possible values are there, you put. This is 1 by root 3. AB cannot be put. Actually, AB is to be found, so we'll write H. Okay, BC is directly not possible. But BC, if you look at the figure, it is BD plus BC. So what you will get here is as 1 by root 3 H divided by BD plus DC value is how much? It is 30. So now this you try to simplify. If you do a cross multiplication, it is BD plus 30 degree equal to H root 3. Great. So what I'm in need here? I'm in need of H, right? I'm in need of H. So H I'll keep here in this set and then I make a change here. Now try to just see somehow in the whole expression, this is needed. So this is alien, it has to be removed, right? ये गलती से आ गया. अब इस गलती को हमें सुधारना है. So गलती को सुधारने के लिए क्या करोगे? You have the another triangle. What is the triangle? It is ABD. In this ABD, you take 10 of 60. That gives you what? AB by BD. 1060 gives you root 3. AB is H, then BD is here. Now do the cross multiplication. BD root 3 is equal to H. Now you see at this particular point of time, many students does what? It is easy to replace H and they replace H in equation 1. Do not do that. Because if you replace H here, you will be getting unwanted BD, which is not needed. They are not asking you BD. So from here you find in fact what is BD equals. BD will be equal to H by root 3, right? Now that value you put where? In equation 1. So it is H root 3, BD is H by root 3 and this is 30. So in both the sides you divide by divide by root 3. So it will be 3 and then 30 by root 3. 30 by root 3. So now you have two places each. So how you will take it? Simple. You will collect the h in one place. So it will be h minus h by 3 equal to 30 by root 3. So then it will be 2h by 3, 30 by root 3. Then what will happen? H will be equal to, it will be 3 by 2, then 30 by root 3. Whatever is cancelled, you can see. This will be cancelled, it will be 15. And then there will be 2 root 3's in 1 3. So 1 will be cut and your answer will be 15 root 3 meter if the unit is given. So this is the report H. So height of the building is what? I haven't written the statements here. Statement पहले model को सीख लेते. Then we'll see the statement. Please see it. Please see it. Yes, Bhumika. Understood. Okay, so I'll go for the next model. There is another model. Now, model number 4. Right? I write in the form of question. It is model number 4. Model number 4. Now, what will be there in this model? Right? So, model number 4 will be tackling here two things at a time. Angle of, okay, let's first tackle only depression, then we'll mix the problem with angle of elevation and angle of depression, so it will be easy for us in that case to understand. So this time what will happen, angle of depression is the model over, right? Suppose this is a horizontal, and then there is a building, there's a building, right, in that horizontal line, and the name of the building is suppose AB, and there is a person just sitting here at the top. There is a person, and he is looking at a car, right? Car which is parked below at the foot level of the building at a point D. He is looking eagerly to that car because of some reason. No need to know the reasons, but he is looking eagerly at it. So this will be the angle of, sorry, this will be the line of sight. So accordingly, this will be the angle of depression. But remember, students commit a mistake here in not drawing this line. You have to draw this line. This should be a dotted line. I don't have provision here to draw the dotted line, so I have drawn it like this. So this line is very, very important. This is a horizontal line through the eye of the observer. This is the eye, right? Directly do not mark this angle as horizontal angle of depression, right? Angle of depression doesn't look like this. Angle of depression is this one, right? Say this is theta. In that case, obviously this will be also theta because these two lines will be parallel. So now what will happen? I want to change this problem into a question with some values. Say somebody says you that this building is of height 70 meters, and the person who is sitting here is looking at the car at a depression angle of 30 degrees. Now question is what? At what distance from the foot of the building the car is parked? That is the question. Right? That is the question. Now, very easily you can consider that suppose this is d meters, right? So now it's a very simple figure. So I should not tell you anything. You can easily identify. Only one triangle is here. That is triangle ABC. Sorry, ABD. In this triangle, you consider what? Tan of 30 degree you will consider because this is now 30 degree. Right? That tan of 30 degree will be equal to what? AB by BD. Tan of 30 degree means 1 by root 3. AB means how much? 70. And BD means D. Now you see, just doing the cross multiplication, you are getting the result. Right? Now you may be given root over 3 value as 1.73. This may be also given. So in that case, if it is not given, do not do this. But if it is given, you put it and find a value in decimal. And that's it. That's it. So that's the problem. This is another model. Right? That is another model. So please note it down. I do hope that you have understood. I'm going to do one more model here, but Please see this, and if you have any question to ask, you can ask me. I'm doing it little slowly so that there will be no problem in understanding the whole questions. I am waiting your reply in the chat box this time. Yes, if you write, that will be also enough. Oh, this time you have got the hint, right? Okay, thank you. So now we are going to have the another model of angle of depression, right? So let me start with model will be what? This is the horizontal level, right? This is the horizontal level, and then we have a building here. So every time we are saying it to be building only. Okay, let me make a change. थोड़ा सा चेंज कर लेते हैं. चलो ये बिल्डिंग नहीं है, एक पोल है. दिस इज अ पोल. दिस ए बी बी ए पोल. और क्या है, एट दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट एक चिड़िया बैठा हुआ है, बर्ड. There's a bird sitting over there, and that bird is looking at two objects. Objects in the sense that, say, there are two dogs. The bird is sitting here, and there are two dogs here, just in the same line as the foot of the tower is. One dog is just running after the another dog. At particular instant, we are giving the data. At a particular instant, right? Suppose the position of the dogs are here. One dog is at the point C, another dog is at the point D, and the bird is looking down. So looking down means it will be obviously what angle of depression will be produced. So this is the line of sight we have joined, right? This is the line of sight we have joined. But again, remember just the important thing what I said. You cannot directly now mark the angle of depression. So first of all, through the bird's eye, this time observer is bird. So through the bird's eye, you have to draw the horizontal line. That is a very important part you have to remember, right? So here, what my question will be, I will say that the distance of the two dogs, right? There are two dogs, right? Both the dogs, suppose they are at that particular very moment, right? At a distance of say 20 meter. Dog C and D are at a distance of 20 meter. Very nice. And the bird is also looking at the dog with two different angle of elevation, sorry, depression. One is suppose 30 degree, another is 45 degree. So by alternate angle theorem, what we can say, this will be 45 and this will be 30. Now my question is, at what height the bird is sitting? Or in other words, I can say if the bird is sitting at the top of the tower, then what is the height of the tower? Maybe raised in a different way. So very nice, very nice. What you'll observe. Again, idea is same. Again, idea is same. There is no question of utilization of. There is no question of utilization of this particular process, right? They will not be used. Neither this side nor this side. That means you are not going to use the hypotenuse. So your utilization is only P and B. So indication is clear that you are going to apply 10. So as I told you earlier, you should use angle 45 degree if it is present at the beginning. That will help you. So it is AB by BC if you look at the figure. 1045 is 1. So AB is H and BC is not known. So this gives you BC is this. So now all that you need to find is BC. So another triangle you have the another triangle, that is triangle ABD. So in that triangle you use 1030. Tan 30 will be equal to AB by BD. Okay. This is 1 by root 3. What is AB? It is H. BD means BC plus CD. Now you can do one more thing right here. Instead of finding from here the value of BC to put it here, do one thing. Put the value of BC here. Because in that case, H will not be killed. H will be still there. And we need H only. So that will be better. So what I do is H will be here. BC is H and CD is here. Now next step will be what? Just the cross multiplication you do. What you will get? This will be equal to root 3 into H. Then what will be CD equals? So CD has a value, right? Let me write. CD will be equal to. Why have I taken H to the right side? Because see root 3 H is bigger. So because of that. So now from here, I can take H common. Then my explanation will be root 3 minus 1. Then this is CD. Now what is the value of CD? I write it here. CD is 20. So H will be ultimately 20 by root over 3 minus 1. And then of course it is your moral responsibility to make it rationalized. So your overall answer will be 10 of root 3 plus 1 meter. Right? That means the bird is sitting at a height of 10 all into root 3 plus 1 meter. Or in other words, the height of the building or height of the pole is 10 whole into root 3 plus 1 meter. In this case, what modification they can do? They will say that use root 3 equal to 1.73 or 1.72, and then you find the answer in decimal. So this can be the worst happening, I can say. Right? So this is the model 5. One more model I am going to discuss today, and then I'll sign off today for today. So once you have finished, please raise the hand. Okay, thank you. So I'm going for the another model. Right? I'm going for the another model. Right? This time I'm going to use this particular thing. You see in this model. Okay, model I did not write only. This will be sixth model perhaps question number 6. So I'll write it as model 6. Model 6. So in the model 6, what we'll get? This is the horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. And then I have a tower here. Right? One tower is there. Another tower is here. Right? There is another tower here. Now, the tower's name I want to give. This is AB and this is CD. So here, of course, in my figure, it is very clearly visible that tower CD is more higher than tower AB. Okay. Now, what informations they will give you is something like this: that the angle of elevation of this point, that is top of this tower, as viewed from this one. Right, this one is suppose 30 degree, and angle of elevation of this as viewed from here be suppose 60 degree, and any one of the height of the tower will be given. You have to find the other. Right, so I'll fix a height of one of the tower and then we'll do it. First, let me try to join this. If I look at the point D, sorry, if I look at the point A from D, then I'll be getting the angle of elevation here. Suppose this I give as 30 degree, right? And one person who is sitting at the base of the tower AB is looking at the height of the tower CD, right? And suppose this angle of elevation be 60 degree, and the shorter height tower is suppose 20 meter. I am asking you what is height of the bigger tower or the taller tower. This is a question, right? Here, of course, we did not use the angle of depression. We use the angle of elevation. No issues, no problem. So in this model, again, you see, you open your eyes and then you will see that there is no utilization of these two. That is, hypotenuse is not used in the calculation. So if not used, so you are lucky. You directly used tan theta in both the triangles. So in triangle ABD, if 45 degree is there, you apply that. Because 40, see, why I am saying tan 45 is equal to 1, then arms will become readily equal. That's the idea I am talking about. This is tan 30 in this. So tan 30 will be equal to AB by BD. This is 1 by root 3. So what is AB? Then I get BD value. So after cross multiplication, BD will be equal to 20 root 3. Very nice. Then in the other triangle, you apply. What is the other triangle? BDC. You apply tan of 60 degree. Tan of 60 degree will be equal to how much? CD divided by BD. What is this value? Root 3. Great. CD is how much you need to find, that is considered as H. BD to now only you got. So now your CD is ready. It is 20 root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So it will generate H as 60 meters. So record height of the other tower is 60 meters. That's it. So I have given you 6 models. 3 more models are there. If I discuss those models, I'm sure that you will be able to finish the exercise yourself, because in the example of model, I have already taken a lot of questions, right? So Homika, once you finish with, please raise your hand, then we'll sign off. Okay, thank you so much. Then for today, I'll say bye bye, and then we'll see you on the next day. When is the next day? That is on Monday, right? Monday 6:30. But before that, as I told you, there will be a test, and I think test I'll fix the date or time. Date already fixed, 28th of this month. That is coming Sunday, 8 a.m. in the morning. So be prepared. I'll send the link just 2-3 minutes before. Okay. So bye bye. I'm signing off.